What's up, guys? On today's video, I'm going to snipe 4,000 people in the face. Been working on my Novrich impression. Pretty good, huh? Hey, what's up, LARPerators? It's Dick Butt, and today I'm here to talk to you about the KWA AK74M ERG. KWA has kept many of you against the ropes for 5 years, waiting for this. And I'm sure a lot of you have this question on your mind. Was it worth the wait? Well, let's go through it. First of all, like with any KWA gun, this thing is built like a tank. I really love the construction of it. It feels great. I know KWA takes pride in the fact that they don't like wobbly magazines, and this gun is no exception. Check it out. No wobble. I love that about this gun. But I've gotta knock it now. I've got to say something bad, because there is one thing I don't like. The rail mount on this bad mamma jamma, it does wobble. So I've installed a rail for my optic. I'm using a Tacfire red green dot. It's like 20 bucks on Amazon. It works really well though. But here, check it out. It wobbles, man. I don't think it's going to really be that big of a deal during gameplay. I've already played with this gun a little bit, but it wobbles enough to be annoying. The other thing, while we're on negatives, I really don't like about this gun is that the battery is located in the foregrip, which wouldn't really matter except if I want to add a rail on here, how am I going to put the battery in? Let me show you guys real quick. So to get the battery in, you have to flip this little lever here. This slides off, and your battery goes reta. Battery space is a little bit cramped. You can fit a PEC style battery in here or a stick style battery in here, but again, you're going to be limited on space. The batteries that I picked up that worked were 1000 milliamp 11.1 lipos, and yes, this gun is ready to go when it comes to lipo. I know there's a saying about lipo ready and it's a myth and blah blah blah, and any gun can shoot 11.1, it just depends on this and that and The point being, this thing was built with quality construction, so it's going to last long even with an 11.1. Let's put this thing back on. It comes with a folding stock, which is pretty cool, except that once you have a rail installed on here, it kind of becomes functionless. So you can still flip it over, but it doesn't snap into place like it does when there's no rail, which is, you know, nice for cornering and stuff like that. Still usable, just not ideal. Now, there may be somebody out there going, actually, it works that way on the real steel version as well. And if so, so be it. Like I said, it's just a minor annoyance. I have got a chance to chrono this thing. It chronos between about 390 and 410 with 0.20 gram BBs. So this is definitely going to be an outdoor gun if you live in the States. Rate of fire on this guy is superb. You're going to clock in around 21 to 22 rounds per second with an 11.1 lipo. Another really cool feature that kind of just adds to the immersion and realness that KWA is always thinking about when they design their guns is the fact that in order to fire the weapon, you do have to prime it. The gun comes with one magazine to start, and I'm going to show you kind of a nifty little feature to it. There's a switch here on the bottom where you can switch between 30 and 60 round capacities. So if you guys are playing a milsim game where realism is of the utmost importance, you can flip this over to 30 rounds and you're good to go. But if you're playing on a field that day, maybe you need a little more ammo, you're going to sling some more BBs, flip it right back to 60. They do also make these in 120 round mid caps if you really need to put a lot of plastic down the field at once. Another cool feature about this magazine is there's a follower so that it fires every single round in the mag. There's a little catch here once you fired your last round that will stop the gun from firing, so no more dry firing. Pretty cool. Now, one of the reasons I heard there was a big delay to this gun is that because while they were developing it, it had proprietary magazines and they didn't want to force people to have to buy a KWA mag if they already had an AK platform. The flaw to this, however, is I haven't been able to find a single magazine that fits this thing. I went to Evike and tried every single AK midcap that they had, which I believe was 8 different models. None fit. And speaking of magazines, there was a little bit of a delay from the gun shipping to the magazine shipping, so I was literally playing on the field with one mag, which doesn't lead to a great experience. However, mail came today. Let's see what we got. Don't run with scissors, kids! Oh. Dun, 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 dun. Glorious. All of the pew shall be mine. All right, guys, I'm magged up. I brought 6 of these bad boys. I think it's about 40 bucks for a 3-pack, something like that. Don't quote me on it. But I have 7 mags now, so I'm going to definitely be taking this to SC tomorrow when I go play. The select fire switch on this gun is also really nice. It's tight. It's definitely going to leave that scrape mark along here like it does on a real AK. Doesn't bother me though. We'll see what happens over time if it gets kind of loose. I've seen some AK models out there where the fire selector switch is just super loose and floppy, but this one right here, oh, do you hear that? I only hope that in the future KWA is going to develop a rail system for this gun, since it's going to kind of need to be proprietary in order to be able to still access the battery. I definitely would love to run this gun with an angled foregrip and maybe a flashlight or laser on it. And the last thing that sets this gun apart from the rest is, of course, the electric recoil feature. The recoil feels really nice on this gun. Definitely not as strong as a gas blowback, but definitely not as weak as most electric blowback systems out there. It's kind of somewhere in between, but it feels great. This thing really shines in full auto, and it makes me wish that there were more games that I played that they allowed full auto in. But alas, little jerks have to go and ruin it for everybody. This gun is going to set you back about 280 bucks, which is about $100 cheaper than their gas blowbacks. But honestly, it's got the exact same quality, and I'm honestly surprised it didn't cost more. If you're a first timer to AKs like me, I definitely recommend this gun. I know there's some other great manufacturers out there. I spent a lot of time looking at the E&Ls, which I absolutely loved. The construction on those is just downright killer. But when it came down to it, I've always kind of had a soft spot for KWA guns, and I was really excited to get a chance to try this one out, and once I did, it was love at first sight. Oh, come here, you. Feel so pretty. Alright guys, that kind of sums it up for the summary of this gun. I apologize that I'm not going to have shooting videos on any of my reviews, at least for the near future. I live in an apartment, not really conducive to shooting tests. I will obviously always chrono my guns and let you know what they come in at, which leads me to another topic, and that's gameplay footage. I actually was asked if I'm ever going to post any gameplay footage, and the answer is yes, I am. The one thing that I was waiting on for my GoPro cameras is this little guy right here. For any of you Brain Exploder fans out there, you probably recognize this. This is his Die i4 GoPro mount. He has a store on Shapeways where you can order this. They 3D print it out to you. It takes about a week or two, and this bolts right onto your die mask. I'm told this little booger works on other paintball masks as well, but I specifically got it because it does work on the Die i4 mask, which is a pretty popular mask in airsoft. I can always talk about masks and head protection and all that fun stuff later on, but for now I'm mostly doing gun reviews since there's not a lot out on the KWA gun, and just kind of wanted to get something out there and let you guys know if it's cool, is it not cool, should you buy it, are you thinking about it, is it worth looking into? I already told you the answer is yes. Lastly, I just wanted to really say thank you to all you guys who left really nice comments on my first video. This community has been super supportive of me so far, which I love. I love talking about airsoft, so as long as you guys want to see me ramble on like a crazy person, I'm going to keep doing it. As always, if you have any questions about what I'm running, what I like, what I don't like, leave a comment below, ask away. I will answer pretty much anything except who are you? Because you already know the answer to that. None of your business! If you haven't checked out my Instagram yet, please do so at DickButtAirsoft. I post a lot of dumb pictures there. I also do giveaways there. It's not stuff I'm getting for free. I just go out to e-bike and I'll buy stuff and just give it away because I love you guys. Well, that and I want to buy your attention. Love me! If you haven't yet, please hit that subscribe button. I still don't know where it is, guys. It's somewhere over here in this general region. I'm also on the live.me app occasionally. You can probably find me lurking on Jonathan at Airsoftology or Bob the Axeman on Airsoft GI's live.me, but I also do some casts of my own, and I'll probably do that more in the future as long as you guys are interested in watching me be a weirdo. Alright guys, that's it for this time. Until next time, stay safe. Don't put your airsoft guns out of your car windows like you're in Grand Theft Auto, because you will get murdered, and have fun. It's just a game. Dick Butt is out! Damn. What's up, guys? As you notice, I'm not in my full gear at the moment. I just needed to do a quick update to the end of this video. I didn't really set up that much for it because honestly, I'm pissed off. I took the AK out yesterday to SC Village, and in the second game, it began to jam. First on single fire, and then I was able to kind of flip it to full auto and clear it all out. At least it seemed that way. But by the end of the second game, it was literally just not firing at all. I tried a clearing rod. I tried to switch out a battery for it. Just, you know, all the basic stuff you can do on the field just to try and get a gun working again. no dice. KWA and other airsoft manufacturers, and I could go on a whole tirade about this, but I'm not going to. But essentially, because I took the orange tip off, KWA will not allow warranty work on it. I would have to pay for it. Why am I going to pay you for something I already paid you full price for? So I took it to Evike. You guys may have your opinions about their work in terms of repair and upgrade. I've had pretty good experiences with them, so I do trust them. So that's where the gun is now. I might do another update once I find out what the problem was with it. But needless to say, I'm pretty damn disappointed. One of the guys who runs in my squad also got one and said he was experiencing some issues as well with the gun not firing on single fire. He'd have to flip it to full auto and then flip it back, and then it seemed to start working again. In my case, it just stopped working altogether. I hope he doesn't end up with the same issue that I have, but I just don't know. But until further notice, no, I guess I really can't recommend this gun. Until I find out what the issue was. Is it something that's just a simple jam that needed to be cleared that maybe was further in than I could get to? Or is there an inherent problem with the design of the gun? While I brought it in, I told them to take a look at that pin that's part of the rail mount adapter that's loose, that loosens itself really easily, to see if that's something that they could take a look at and maybe fix for me as well. Motherfucker with your stupid car alarm. Go eat it. Fix your car! So until further notice, yeah, I guess I don't recommend this gun. Can't put a seal of approval on something that breaks the second time you use it. For those of you in the SoCal area, I will be attending OP Civil War the weekend of June 18th. If you're on Team Wild Hogs, come up, give me a fist bump, and let's do this. However, now I don't know what I'm going to use for that. Wanted to take the AK out, not going to happen. All right, guys, until next time.